Listen here, girl. I know you think it's a game, but it is absolutely not. Okay, this is the energy supplement from Just Move Supplements. That's right. It's damn near all gone, girl, and that's because I had to get that energy up so I can complete the workout, so I can give y'all this body, this transformation, get into it. Okay, and I'm done working out now, so that's why we're moving on to the protein shake. Oh yes, it's already in there, girl. It's already made right here. This is the mixture of the banana pudding, the chocolate cake, and the buttercream cupcake. And you really want to be fancy, you can go ahead and add that blueberry muffin if that's what you want to do, girl. But for me, it's these three right here. Okay, you put that with some almond milk, you mix it all up in honey. Okay, your muscles have gained life, new energy, agility. Get into it, okay? Just Move Supplements. Thank you very much. Hold up, Chief. Okay, don't forget about that TLC NutriBurst to get that multivitamin power, because we all need a little extra. And child, if you want that sea moss that go down smooth, don't come up rough, okay? Get into the TLC Nautica sea moss. Yes, get that from me. And child, if your stomach hurt and you need to move some things around so you can be free, okay, go ahead and get that ISO tea down below in the description box. Get it all from me. Come on in, come on in, come on in, not come on in, not come. Sorry, y'all know I'm weird, whatever.
Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl BondyBlue. So let's go ahead. Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl BondyBlue. Okay, follow me on Instagram and let's get into the video, right?
Party people in the house to be. Listen. What's going on, everyone? I'm trying to see something right now. I think StreamYard just gave us the option to use another camera. And so while I'm waiting for more of you to come in, because I did not give you guys a notification early on about this, I want to see if if we can make it happen, Captain. I want to see. It may not work, but I'm gonna try. Let's see. I feel like it said, okay. No. Okay, I don't see it. It was saying add another camera when I first came on here. And now I don't see it. Oh, that's unfortunate. I could have sworn I saw that. Hold up, y'all. Give me 1 second. Well, I thought I saw it before and I don't see it now. That's so weird. Anyway, you guys, which one do we want to get into first today? Do y'all want to talk about Ready to Love first? Let's talk about Ready to Love first. Cause I'm ready to fuck. Okay. All right. Hold up, y'all. Gotta pull up the notes. Hold up, just in case. Hold up. Oh, music. All right, I'm done. I'm sorry. Oh, sorry. They were definitely ready to fuck this episode, weren't they though? Child, let me reapply my list stuff and then we can go ahead and get into it. Okay. Okay. Look, you get into the music too, child. Listen. Song, song, song. Listen, y'all know I'm stupid. Anyway, so let's go ahead and get into it. So you guys, the couples meet up. Y'all know how they have all of these like mixers, right? Everybody's getting a chance to talk to each other. We got Tiffany and we got Wiley. Tiffany is really feeling Wiley, okay? But then here comes the Kia. Okay, the Kia like, can I come and sit down? And Tiffany was like, bitch, why are you coming to over here? But I was like, girl, it wasn't just you. Now the audience was here. Okay, how was that? How was that, y'all? I don't know what is going on with YouTube and StreamYard today. Getting feedback. Is it still good? No, it's not on my end. I don't know what that's about. Okay, let's see. What is happening? Why are you acting like this? Muffled. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. We might have to cancel this. We might have to do this, pre-recorded because I don't have time for this. Oh, it's good now? Okay. So, like I was saying, it's a mixer. It's a mixer for the people. Okay. We got Tiffany. Tiffany's right here. Okay. Tiffany's right here. All right. She likes Wiley. Where's Wiley? Wiley is below the Kia. The Kia is right here. The Kia came over and sat down, and Tiffany felt away as if Sir down here, okay, what's Sir down here name already? Demetrius, as if Demetrius wasn't sitting there. It wasn't just Wiley sitting there. It was Demetrius and Wiley sitting there. Tiffany was rubbing me wrong. I'm going to just go ahead and tell y'all that. Tiffany was rubbing me wrong, okay? So she sits down and asks if Wiley, I'm talking about the Kia, sits down and asks if Wiley is Chuck Brown's son. Apparently, Chuck Brown is famous in the Potomac area, DC area. He is the creator of go-go music. And yes, Wiley is his son. Okay. So Tommy joins them and tells them that there is going to be one new man and one new woman added to the cast. However, they're only going to meet up with two of the singles for the first time, right? So they're not going to just come in with everybody all at one time like they did last time. This time, they're going to introduce each person to either Ace or Laverne. So Ace will go on a date with the man, and Laverne will go on a date with a woman. So Laverne actually really likes Ace. Okay, so just to point out Ace to you guys, this is Ace, and this is Laverne on the bottom. Okay, so he really likes her. When they ask him about Ace, oh, Ace is the best woman in life. She's the best thing since sliced bread. She is love. She is mother. She is calmness. She is peace. She is beauty. She is everything good in this world that I would just love to get wrapped all into. Okay. Like he is really feeling Ace. All right. And he lets her know about it. It does, however, like it makes me question him a little bit because I feel like he's laying it on so thick. And when men lay it on so thick like this, I always wonder, are you being real with me or are you being fake? What is the tea? Okay. Because it's feeling like you're doing a lot and I don't know if I can trust it. Are y'all signed up for my website? Make sure you go to bondyblueshow.com. That's right, bondyblueshow.com. All right. And whether you want to pay me or not, please sign up for my website so that I can send you guys notifications, okay, to your phones, to your emails whenever we putting out videos so that y'all don't have to always worry about if YouTube is going to give you a notification. I'm asking for all of my subscribers and everybody that follows me, whether you pay or you don't, so please go to my website and sign the up, okay? Sign the fuck up, please. Thank you. Oh, I know you signed up, Chanel girl. I know. It's a lot of y'all in here that I already know y'all signed up because I really get to like see y'all. Like when y'all subscribe on YouTube, y'all, I don't be seeing that shit. But when y'all subscribe on the website, I can see it. And yes, Sonya, it's waiting on approval because I have to go in and approve it. So as soon as I'm done with this live, I'm going to go in and approve more people. I've been approving people all day. So y'all make sure that y'all just go and sign up and I will approve y'all as soon as I can for y'all to go ahead and get access to the site, because there are things on the site that are available to people, even if they are not paying for anything, that are not available here on YouTube, like my full Love and Marriage Huntsville playlist. Just saying. And then I'm gonna pick another playlist that I'm gonna put together for y'all to release for free as well. But it takes me time to put them all together and everything. But thank y'all for signing up. But just know, free people, I'm gonna be making sure that every now and again y'all get playlists from full playlist, or just certain ones that I do or that I have done in the past that are no longer available on YouTube and you might have missed it. I'm gonna re-release them on on the site in a playlist form for people who don't pay as well. So, sign up, y'all. All right. So moving on from there. Excuse me. Wiley surprises Dakia. They actually ended up having more conversation and they had a really good time together. They were vibing. I think she thought, a lot of people think of Wiley as being very young. Because compared to the other people, he is kind of young. He's in his early 30s, and a lot of them are in their mid to late. But he's still, seemingly a nice guy. People are liking him. People are feeling him. Like he hasn't shown us any like real fuckboy tendencies just yet. He got 100 teeth in his mouth, but I don't find anything wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? Just pointing out observations that the nigga was smiling, and I was just like, oh wow, all 500 of those teeth look great. So yes. When brunch was over, Clifton and Joy were talking, and Joy was like, oh, all right, it's over. So, I guess we fitting to go. And Clifton was like, oh no, girl, I'm not ready for you to be done. Sit your ass back down. I'm still talking to you. I'm not done. I want to have more of your time, more of your energy. And then he hugged her and picked her up and all of that. And, he's been saying that Joy is his number one. And he has, stayed true to that. But y'all see the way Clifton moving around, huh? Y'all see the way Clifton moving around, huh? Clifton moving around like he want all the girls to think they his number one. That's what it's giving to me. A little bit. Just a little bit, not a lot. Just a little bit. But that's what it's giving to me. Anyway, so Carmen is the new girl, right? Carmen is the new girl, and she meets with Laverne, and it's automatically sexual energy because she's giving body yada yada. I noticed her terrible blue contacts though. I said, why do you have blue contacts in, ma'am? Make that make sense. And they're not even blue contacts that look real. They're blue contacts that look like Halloween contacts. I don't know what she's on. I didn't like it. However, Laverne liked it. She and Laverne had sexual energy and flirtation off rip. She even grabbed his ass. Like he got up and put his ass in her face to show it to her. And she grabbed it. And I was just kind of like, well, okay, we're doing a lot right out the gate here. We're doing a little bit too much in this restaurant out here in front of everybody. But you know what? That's fine. That's fine. That's what you want to do. Okay. They are both former Air Force, which means, oh, we're both whores. No disrespect, y'all, but a lot of y'all people that be in the military, y'all just be on some freak shit. Stop lying. Military men and women. I've heard stories. I have heard stories from your brethren. Y'all always on some freak nasty shit. Okay. So that was, that was a vibe that I was getting from the both of them, girl. That was a vibe that I was getting, from both Carmen and Laverne, that, we might fuck if nothing else. If nothing else, we might bump center parts, okay? But he has a very strong personality, and apparently he requires a woman to reel him in, which I did not like. I didn't like, so, if we're out somewhere and I need you to get me together, what you gonna do? No, nigga, how about you get yourself together, grown-ass man? I just feel like men are always looking for a mama. You're always looking for somebody to come and take care of you, instead of you being a full grown-ass man and being able to control yourself and check your own conversations and make sure you're not doing too much. You want her to make sure you're not doing too much. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like how it feels. I want for men to be in control of them damn selves instead of looking for a woman to check them. Because when women get in that bag and feel like you need to be checked, then all of a sudden you want to be in your feelings and shit thereafter. So I don't like that. Okay. But she was like, oh, I would just be like, oh, babe, you doing a lot. Calm down. I'm like, girl, you lying. You lying. That's not what you're going to do. Stop acting like you're going to lead with sex when a nigga aggravating you. That's not what's going to happen. If a man is embarrassing you or annoying you in public and you feel like he doing too much, you are not going to say, hey, babe, come here. I'm going to put my pussy on your forehead. Shut up. You're not going to tell him that. I would tell Lyric that, but you wouldn't tell Laverne that. Me and Lyric are silly like that, though. And I listen to way too much Meg Thee Stallion, okay? That's just basically what it is, okay? She has actually, made me see, should I put my pussy on this nigga's forehead? Why not? He said it felt soft and moist. Anyway, I'm sorry, oversharing in my life. But yeah, their little date went cute. And, he kissed her on the cheek. She's like, oh, you trying to kiss me in my mouth? He was like, look, I'm trying to do whatever you're going to let me do to you. Okay, bitch? Look, you thicker than a snicker, bitch. Whatever you're trying to let me do, I'm going to do. You know what I'm saying? But, they little date ends. And so we see the new man, Cornelius. I said, not another fucking Cornelius. Okay, but it's definitely not that vibe at all. This Cornelius, I kind of like. Okay. He's a real estate mogul. He's a multi-millionaire, okay? And he is honest enough to say that he was a hoe in his past relationships and he has gotten some therapy and now he sees the value in marriage. I did not like that statement. Now I see the value in marriage. It's so funny to me. I have to wonder what type of man doesn't see the value in marriage. And that's coming from the standpoint of looking at marriage like something that is solely created so a man can have somebody to have children with, fuck on, and who will clean and cook for them. Like, I know everybody's like, oh, and women get married for men to take care of them. Yeah, financially, and that's it. But anybody on the day-to-day basis knows that life is more than paying for shit. Life is more than paying for shit. And a lot of women did not like that setup. A lot of women in history, because they fought to get out of those circumstances, did not like being put in a position where they had to solely rely on a man to take care of them and therefore had to do everything else that this man required because of that one thing that he was doing for her. I'm just saying, like, it's never seemingly been something that women benefited from heavily. And I'm talking about Black women specifically. We don't heavily benefit from marriage in that way. So when Black men or men period say shit out loud like they don't see the value of marriage, I'm often like, So how much of a hoe are you? Because that's what I go straight to. I go straight to, oh, so you only see marriage from the standpoint of, oh, I have to be faithful to one person. That a lot of you men, a lot of you stupid men, I'm sorry, let me say that. And I find that stupid because you're not even thinking beyond that. Okay. You're not thinking beyond sex enough to realize that marriage is a business for a reason. Marriage is a business because most men, in order to conquer the world, the way white men have taught y'all to, have to neglect their home in some way or another. Right. So that means you don't have the energy to create relationships with women that someone will be there for you emotionally and sexually like you want to all the time. Okay. And that's just what it is. It doesn't matter like who the man is, unless you like, have your women lined up in order and all of that. You're not going to always have somebody, in the bed with you when you're ready for them that's going to cook and clean and be there to give you heirs to the throne if that's what you want and all of that shit, right? So to me, you're looking at the situation like, oh, the only thing is that, oh, I can't be faithful. So that's the worst part of it. You're not even thinking about the fact that men get so much out of marriage. Men get so much out of marriage. Men usually do better in business when they're married. You know what I'm saying? Like it just a lot of the times I'm looking at the situation like, what does that say about your mentality if you spend a great part of your adult life feeling like marriage was not beneficial to you as a rich man? Like, what? Think about it. If most rich men have families and wives, and you get this one telling you that he don't see the value in it, you gotta wonder how much of a fuck nigga he is, because you know that a lot of him feeling that way is because he does not want to only have sex with one woman. So why is your mindset not on the building portion of it? When he said that, I was looking at all of these black women, y'all, all of these beautiful, educated, successful black women who these men are so vapid and so stupid that they only see them for sex. And that's a generalization on men, period, that only see women as sex, not just the ones on this show. And not saying that he feels that way now, but him saying that means men will look at this show, see all of these beautiful women, okay, and only see them for sex, which is the dumbest shit when you think about what is there to gain in life. But see, that's because y'all feel like unless one of these women is taking care of your ass, there's nothing to be gained. And instead of thinking of it like, wow, having a smart, intelligent, beautiful partner to do everything with. That means this person and I are going to make money together because they're smart. It's not going to always have to just be me. That means that I'm, you know what I'm saying? Like it, when you're really thinking about what marriage provides when it's done, for right reasons and shit, because even when it's done for the right reasons, shit don't always end the way you want it to end. It doesn't always happen the way you want it to happen. But ultimately, it's just sad that you have women, these multifaceted, amazing women that have all of this going on with them. They take care of themselves, they're beautiful, they have their own, money and all of that, and intelligence level and personalities. And all y'all thinking about is fucking them. I'm sorry, y'all, but that's stupid. I don't know if men realize how dumb they sound when they literally let us know that the only thing they're looking to gain is sex, which is literally so easy to get. It's like, okay, then what, nigga? Like, what's beyond level 1 for you? I think after this, I'm gonna make myself an omelet and then I'll work out an hour after I eat my omelet because I'm hungry and I can't work out on an empty stomach today. I have a little protein shake in this coffee that I'm drinking, but I need I want an omelet. Anyway, I'm sorry, y'all. That's on my mind. I'm gonna make me an omelet after this. Child, that might be my little test to see if I can go live and everybody will see it. After I finish this video, I might set y'all up in my kitchen while I make me a little omelet, and we'll talk about whatever y'all want to talk about. We'll see. Because I need to test the live anyway. But yes, y'all, I'm sorry. Back to the show. Back to the show. They weren't lying when they said sexual chemistry is so important. It is. It's so important. Okay. It's so important. And you can tell it's important because last season there was not a lot of sexual chemistry, and that left for a dud of a season as far as I'm concerned. I don't care what they're talking about. Um, but yeah, Cornelius is a mogul. He and Ace go out on a date. Ace tells him that he has nice eyes, which he does. I'll make sure I have their pictures added next week, y'all. But yes, and then I'll remove the people that got eliminated last week, which I did not do. But I'll make sure I do that moving forward, y'all. But Cornelius is a big guy, bald beard, but the beard was glistening, the eyes were nice and soft. He just seemed like a nice guy. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, he seems like the type of guy that would make a woman feel like he was a good guy before he fucked over her. You know what I'm saying? That's the vibe that it was given, you know? But it definitely gives, you know, I'm a fat nigga. My belly might not get in the way. I'm going to dick you down and I'm going to cook you some breakfast in the morning and then I'm going to send you on your way, bitch. Okay? Like, he was giving that type of vibe a little bit. You know what I mean? Very gentlemanly like, but, you know, don't cross him. Don't cross him. That's what I was getting from him for some reason. But he seems like a good contender on this show because, listen, the older you get, the more you love you. A rich, bald man with a nice beard with some soft eyes. It don't even matter what his weight is, okay? I'm just saying. Because a lot of times, you know, everybody be tripping out about weight. Like, I think when Laverne saw Cornelius, he was like, oh, he's no competition for me. I'm like, he is absolutely competition for you. What you don't realize is that a lot of women don't find the attitude that you pretty niggas, and Laverne is not a pretty nigga. Let me be clear. DeBarge is pretty niggas, okay, just to be clear. But because Laverne works so heavily on his body, there's a part of him that feels like because I'm in such great shape, I'm shitting on anybody that's bigger than me or not in good shape the way I am. But what you don't realize is that there is a sense of, I don't want to say arrogance, but something about you niggas in shape, y'all just be feeling yourselves way too much. And that sometimes is unattractive to women. A lot of the times women don't want to be with a man that works out because they don't want to have to feel like they have to keep that up all the time. If you were a fat nigga, then you could be anywhere between where you are and where he is, and he shouldn't have a problem. Okay? So please know that that nigga not having abs, exactly, don't mean shit. It does not. It does not. I'm gonna tell you though. You know who does make you know, working out make me, you know, I'm trying to bully Lyric. I hope you listening. He may not be listening, but sometimes he listens to my lives during his work day because he's trying to be supportive. I see you, nigga. But child, the way Method Man looked this week. Y'all saw that spread that he did. I feel like it might have been Essence or somebody, child. I can't remember. But I posted it on my stories on Instagram. And baby, I was sitting up there looking at Method Man like, I ain't gonna lie. My husband has some of that. Like, I don't know if y'all, you know, good bone structure, good mouth. You know what I'm saying? Tall. Just you know, all up in here. You know what I'm saying? And when they get in shape, it's just all of this good chest, shoulder shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, Lyric has been, you know, his job means he picks up heavy shit. So he been kind of getting a little like, you know, up in the chest area and shit. And I'm, you know, like looking up and then child not looking up and seeing it and seeing this right here and was like, So when I saw Method Man, I was like, Lyric, if you would just work out, I would have to fight people. I wouldn't, but I would enjoy them thinking that they could try me. Just saying, because Lyric's very beautiful to me. Like, can I talk about it for a second? Because y'all know my husband is like, you know, a big nigga or whatever. But like, Lyric has exceptional, like, bone structure. Really, really good cheeks, good nose, really good mouth, really good beard. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is good. That's why I say it's giving Method Man, because Method Man is really good here. I don't know if y'all have paid attention, but the thing about Method Man is not just, you know, the swag. The nigga's face is beautiful. Mouth, like, you know, cheekbone, jawline, beautiful shit. Okay. And when they be in shape and tall like that, They be something to, they be something. Okay. So, yeah, I want Lyric to give me a little Method Man. Just a little. Just a little. Method Man be in the gym. I've been sending Lyric, Method Man working out in the gym for years now. This could be you, but you don't want to get in the gym. It's just my own thing, y'all. He gets it anyway, okay? He gets it anyway. But it's just like my own thing, okay? We're gonna be together forever, nigga. You need to, pretty it up. Hey. I've been with the nigga this whole time. He was way bigger when we first got together. Y'all gonna let me feel this way, okay? I'm sorry, y'all. Anyway, but yes, y'all. The new man Cornelius is definitely giving vibes to Ace. He mentioned how he needs to be like attracted to a woman. He needs the sex to be good. Ain't no wasting no time. And we already know that. Okay. We already know this season we are not playing. If you are not giving me sexual chemistry, we ain't talking. Okay. Which we appreciate because we tired of people being on this show acting like they like each other when they really don't. Okay. Cornelius. Anyway, the one from last season. Anyway, so Paul and Joy go out on a date. Y'all, Joy. I'm sorry, y'all. Joy is irking me a little bit. Just a little bit. And I feel like it's because she put all her eggs in Clifton's basket off rip. And so later on, when she get her face cracked or she feel played, I'm gonna be looking at her like, bitch. Okay, because she went on a date with Paul, and y'all, I don't like Paul either. Okay, I think you know what? I'm lying. I'm not gonna say I don't like Paul. Paul is awkward. Paul is awkward. But when she said Paul is a good guy, I saw that this episode. Paul might say weird things and all of that, but essentially, I really do feel like Paul is on some like deep shit, like asking you questions that might sound weird because he's trying to get to know you in a real way. So he doesn't want to ask you just no regular question. He's trying to ask you shit to gauge the type of person that you are, which I honestly found funny because a lot of men don't think that hard about the questions that they ask women. They don't. They don't think that hard. And I feel like Paul was really trying to get to know a lot of the women that he was having conversations with this episode. So I was kind of like, okay, Paul, we're not going to just, we're not going to deem you a clown this episode the way we felt last episode. But Joy annoys me because I feel like she's never given anybody a chance. Like she's not giving any of these men beyond Clifton a chance. Like she might talk with them, she'll engage. There was at one point when she spent time with Tori, but it everything is, but it's not giving Clifton, bitch. It's not giving Clifton. And I'm not mad at you about that, but I also feel like the way somebody can attract you off rip is the same way they can turn you off when they do something to hurt you later on. So it would behoove you to be open to other men in a real way versus just, placating or going on these little dates, but not really full out lying with them like that. Shout out to Funky Dineva. But I feel like if she were really like getting to know some of these men, what turns out to be a conversation can turn into a real attraction. And when I say that, I mean that I have been, okay, so like long time ago, y'all, I met this girl, okay? And this girl was cute as fuck to me, okay? She was like femme, but I didn't care. She played ball. I don't care. I liked her, okay? I liked her and I wanted her. And then my friend was like, but she's straight. And I was like, because I don't do straight girls. I'm not about to fight with you, bitch. You either gonna give it to me or you not. And I'm not gonna argue with you about it. Like, we ain't gonna do this. You either feeling me or you not. Like, I don't do that. You know what I'm saying? There are a lot of girls that see that as a, as a challenge. I'm not one of those. I don't do that. So I like this girl, but the girl wasn't gay. She didn't like girls. So okay. Her friend liked me. I didn't like her friend. Not when I first met her. Wasn't what I was like attracted to off rip. But she wanted to talk to me. And I didn't want to be mean. So I talked to her. We were together for the rest of high school. That was like the summer after my freshman year. That was the summer after my freshman year of high school that we met. And we were together sophomore, junior, senior year of high school, and would have stayed together if it wasn't for the storm and some other things. We're friends now. But I say all that to say that you could be attracted to somebody and nothing happens from it really. And then you could not be so attracted to another person, but the conversation and the energy and the consistency will make you fall for them in a huge fucking way. Okay? So that's why was this the big girl? I don't know what you mean because all my girls were like, I don't know what you mean by big girl because like all of my girls were bigger than me. Like I rarely dated girls that were my same size. Like everybody's always like 5'10", between 5'9" and 5'11". Nobody was ever like big or nothing like that because every girl I've ever been with played ball or played some type of sports. Actually, everybody I've ever been with, I like athletes, y'all. I'm sorry. Like I like me a good basketball player. You know what I'm saying? Lyric play ball. Everybody that I've ever been with play ball, basically. So, big, which what we mean by that? I just want us to get the visual correct. Okay. But either way, just saying, and then that kind of became my type thereafter. Like after that, I was no longer into girls who were my height or into girls that were, I'm not gonna say that shade because I'll fuck with anybody. I don't really like discriminate, but it definitely made me look more at brown skinned girls who were tall with pretty teeth and nice legs. That became more so my zhuzh. I heard big and immediately thought thick. Yes. That that we mean thick. That's what we mean. We mean tall, like thick chicks. Yes. Yes. That's what I mean. That became, child, I even look. There was a girl named Dominique, okay, who used to live in a trailer park. Lord. Anyway, in my younger days, before I became, okay. But yeah, y'all. So anyway, I'm giving y'all too much of my life, but I'm just basically saying all of that to say that I felt like Joy is doing too much, like feeling like Clifton is the end all be all, and she's talking to these guys, but she's not really giving them a chance. You know what I'm saying? But yes, moving on from there. They talked about commitment. Paul wants to get married. And Joy said the word makes her cringe. I said, then what are we doing? I'm so confused. When she said the word made her cringe, can somebody comment and let me know what they thought when they heard Joy say that? Because I'm like, so does marriage make you cringe? Does commitment make you cringe? What makes you cringe? And if so, why are you on a show that's about finding love? Let me know, because I was confused by that. And then later on, we saw Dakima and Clifton went on a date as well, simultaneously. And he said that even though Joy is number one, not Dakima, Dakia, it corrected because my friend's name is Dakima, child. Anyway, Dakia is climbing up his list. He likes her. They talked about, their sex drives and having premarital sex. And, when he hugged her, he picked her up. Like it was very much giving that same type of energy that he was giving Joy. So I don't know, you guys. But let me see. What are y'all saying? I thought she meant staying in one place. Okay, that's what y'all thought she meant. Okay. Joy doesn't want to stall her singing career, staying home as a wife. Gotcha. I was trying to figure out what she meant. Like, did she mean like, living in one place, or did she mean like being tied down to one person? I was just kind of confused about what she meant by that. But thank y'all for clarifying, because that does make sense. She is a singer. So no, I don't want to be tied down to one space. But that also makes me feel like, so you're trying to find somebody that's okay with you moving around a lot. You're trying to find somebody who's, going to move around with you. Like, it just makes me wonder what she's exactly looking for. You know, like what's she looking for? Because you eating my man Clifton's time. She said the thought of settling down in one place makes her cringe and she travels for work. It goes back to what you said earlier. She's not into him. So she said what she said. Aha. Okay. I think the word settle is uncomfortable for some. Joy equates marriage with being in one place. She wants to be traveling and singing. Love equals long lasting, not just for a show. These people are weird. I definitely thought, why is Joy on Ready to Love? Like, okay, I'm glad it wasn't just me though. I'm glad it wasn't just me. Joshua said Joy may be one of those people who never seen a good marriage, so the idea of marriage just scares her. That's another possibility. It probably is more so the moving around part, but I have to wonder, how will you view, like, do you really view your relationship as something that can be moved around like that? Like, do you really think like a man that you get with, like Clifton, is going to be moving around with you all the time? Like, I just kind of feel like, is that realistic? And liking to travel is one thing, but traveling for work is another. You know what I'm saying? But I think we all know that Joy wasn't feeling Paul, and Dakia and Clifton were definitely feeling each other. Joy wanted to be discovered for singing, not love. That's another thing we're gonna have to start questioning. If you are a member with YouTube, do you discontinue your membership with YouTube? If you want to, yeah, I would suggest it. I would, for everybody to move on, just so I can have everybody in one place. But I am definitely because I don't know how else y'all will be able to see paid content on the site. Like, I don't know how else y'all will be able to see that just being members here. Unless I can send y'all a link, but I don't know, I don't know if that would be able to work. Quentin will have to let me know if I can send y'all a link to a video that is supposed to be paid on the site for members on YouTube that may not be members on the site. So y'all just let me figure that one out, and I'll have that information for y'all when we do the live tomorrow, okay? Because we're going to do the BondyBlue show I was supposed to do last night. We're going to do that tomorrow, and I'll add some things in. Because that Kanye story with Kim just keeps going, child. Anyway, moving on from there. So we have group date. We had Precious, Tiffany, and Sabrina with Paul and Cornelius. Okay. So Precious talks about Paul coming off rigid and guarded, and he says that he's tactful, and some people like a little bit of sugar before the salt. And she asked, well, how you think I like it? And he says, well, I think you like it rough. And I was just like, see, this is where the confusion comes in with Paul, where we don't know whether you're a nice guy or you're a creep. We're not exactly sure just yet, but you're coming off as both in a real way. So I don't know what to think just yet. Okay. But Precious just, laughed it off. It seemed like she was flirting with him in that way. So I guess it was fine, girl. And then we got Sabrina and Tiffany over there interviewing Cornelius' ass, which I thought was so funny because Tiffany is one of the main ones so bothered by interview questions, but then was over there asking Cornelius some of the same fucking questions that she viewed as interview questions. Like, I don't like Tiffany. When Cornelius hold on. Cornelius says to Tiffany, it doesn't matter if he ends up with a wife or a partner, meaning that I want a long-term relationship. I don't know if that will be a wife or, and remember when I told y'all, when we talked about Cornelius, that gave me great pause. And now we're seeing that he doesn't know if he necessarily wants marriage. And this is not a problem to me. This is not a problem to me. Marriage is not for everybody. Some people really can benefit from long-term relationships. That's not a problem. I just feel like it has to be what both people want. And as long as he's being honest about that, then that's fine. I just don't want you in a relationship with a woman making her think that marriage is going to happen if that is never your intention. That's the problem for me. So I feel like as long as Cornelius is here meeting women and saying, yeah, I may not want to be married, but I do want a long-term relationship, then be honest about that. And then a woman can decide if she wants to fuck with you or not. And that's what he did. So Tiffany was like, I'm not fucking with that because I want to be somebody's wife. So she basically tapped out at that point. But the way she did it, it made me feel like you are turning people off with this attitude, like this very rigid idea of what you're looking for so early on. You know what I'm saying? Paul is a creep with some good qualities. Do you accept debit cards? You pay me you pay me through PayPal, you guys. My site is set up with PayPal. Okay. He must have tactless and vulgar. Precious started the creep vibe and he continued. That's what it felt like. Paul gives me old Skeezer vibes. Me neither, Bondi. And she confirmed it for me at the end. Yeah. Tiffany is the perfect example of why they shouldn't have eliminations the same day you meet the singles. I think so too. Because I feel like even though Miss Girl, kind of embarrassed herself with the way she was going around that first day, I really do feel like she might have had a better time with Cornelius. She may have just had a better time with a lot of the men than the way Tiffany came off. You know what I'm saying? Because Tiffany just kind of came off like she had a chip on her shoulder. And that bothered me. But either way, that turned Cornelius off the way she responded to him. And Paul, she goes over there to Paul, and Paul asked her if she had a poetry show, what would she call it? And she thought it was a dumb question. He asked if she goes to the grocery store, does she speak to the person checking her out? She says yes. And why are you asking me these types of questions? And she was really bothered by him asking her these questions, but I thought the questions were funny. Like, to me, I would have been intrigued that he even thought to ask me a question in that way. Okay. Because he's trying to understand if you're an asshole or not. When he asked her that grocery question, that was a question that he was asking to see if you're an asshole, because you're probably coming off like an asshole. So if you speak to the people at the grocery store, that means that, okay, she might be coming off a certain way, but she may not be an asshole at heart. Versus people who don't feel the need to speak to people who are in service roles because they feel like, oh, you're a servant of me, or you're in a service role, I don't have to speak to you. People actually, are like that. And that's a turnoff to somebody that's looking for somebody to not be an asshole. So I felt like his questions might have been weird, but I thought the questions were cool. Right. I thought the questions were kind of cool. It didn't seem like it was a bad thing. It seemed like a way to get to know you in a different way. And she was like, why are you trying to ask me all these deep questions? And he was like, well, I'm just trying to get to know you more, and you just want to keep it surface. She was like, that's how I like it, surface. I'm like, then what the fuck are you here for, Tiffany? Like, oh my God, she irked me in that moment. So y'all, Clifton invited Tori, Joy, Ace, and Carmen out. And he said he was turned off by Carmen's blue contacts. Carmen was turned off by Tori's dreads. First of all, bitch, they're called locks. And I, at this point, recognize Carmen as some type of self-hating Black woman. She may not be fully a self-hating Black woman, but your blue contacts, you having Clifton hold your hair because you want it to be known that your hair is real, and some of the girls' hair may not be real. It's like, yeah, your hair may be real, but it's thin. So, like, calm down, bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, just be, girl, what difference does it make? She definitely gave anti-Black. You don't like the man's locks? Why not? Why are you not into locks? Like, what is that about? I don't know many Black women that don't like locks. I don't. Like, I don't. So when I heard her say that, I was like, blue contacts, you don't like locks. Oh, my hair is real. Girl, if you don't get this regressed 90s anti-Black colorist rhetoric the fuck out of my face, like, get this old school 90s girl shit the fuck away from me. Like, I can't stand when we have obviously, as a society, deemed that certain things are no longer acceptable. Like looking down on Black people for being Black when your ass is Black. But you still here in 2022 on Ready to Love Potomac with terrible blue contacts talking about you don't like this man locks. Well, guess what? We don't like your blue contacts, and they look like they're going to give you an eye infection. Okay? Fuck out of here with that. So yeah, y'all can send Carmen home as far as I'm concerned. Why are you on this Black ass show? Please go home. Okay? Ace felt like everybody was connecting. Like Tori was talking to Joy and Carmen was talking to Clifton. So she just went off to the bar and she's sitting at the bar on her phone. And Clifton comes over to her like, "Hey, you okay?" She was like, "Yeah, I noticed that everybody was connecting and I kind of didn't want to get, in between y'all. So I just wanted to come over here and have a drink." And this is when I started to see what I believe Laverne sees in Ace. Like, I saw it in that moment when that woman decided in this very competitive setting to go and sit down at the bar, get her a drink, and look at her phone because she felt like everybody was already vibing and she didn't want to interrupt. I don't know, something about that made me like her even more. And so when Clifton came over to her, it was so funny because it's a prime example of how when a woman does not have to be thirsty for anybody's attention and a nigga will come to her. Okay? A stepping away was a good way to get one of the men to pursue her. She has that classy Janet Jackson vibe. Yes, I really loved her energy. Yes, I really loved her energy. And I felt like Laverne recognized this energy about her because it's a very loving and maternal energy when it comes to men. But that worries me because that's something that niggas like to take advantage of. You know what I'm saying? But she was given, very sexual energy, but then also very classy energy. Like, I like Ace. Yes, Ace gives good feminine energy. She definitely on impact, right? I liked her so much. I was like, oh my God, where did she come from? Because I thought it was funny how Wiley put her on the bottom because he was like, oh, all she did was talk about yoga. And I'm like, see, this is how Wiley is showing his immaturity. That's the only thing you got out of her because y'all didn't have much conversation. She probably gauged that you weren't fully listening to her because she was talking about something deeper than you wanted to comprehend in the moment. So you kind of disregarded her. And so she then detached. And so y'all didn't have more conversation. You took that one conversation and used that to put her in the bottom. And I was just kind of like, well, that was immature. That was immature as fuck. And this was also the first time that I felt like they went through an elimination date and the nigga was like, damn, I don't even know why I did this. Like, when I tell you Wiley went from not knowing how he was going to feel about Ace to when Ace sat down and was having that conversation, was giving you all that feminine, sexy energy and shit, that nigga at the end of the conversation was like, oh, we have definitely decided that you are ready to love. I almost feel like it don't even matter what the other niggas had said beforehand. She was going to be ready to love by the end of that conversation. I like her. I like the way she moving because it's almost like I'm in such a good space with who I am that whenever there's a moment for me to act the ass, I act in exact opposition of that and I end up getting exactly what I want out of the situation. That is what Ace is giving me. And I love that because there's always a bitch like Tiffany that's going to act an ass and give everybody the drama they're looking for. So we appreciate you, Tiffany. But because of women like you, we can have a woman like Ace on this show that's not going to give us that. You know what I'm saying? And then we still get to be entertained by the mess. But then also be, completely charmed by the classiness of it all. Like, I was just like, oh my God, I'm charmed. I am charmed. Okay. So the men meet up. Laverne has to tell everyone that Carmen touched his ass. Tori likes Joy and Sabrina. Okay, I also like Tori. He has a really good energy to him as well. Clifton said that Dakia and Joy, of course, are on his top. Paul says that Dakia gives that after 9, she wants that thug down. Because a lot of them felt like Dakia was giving boss lady vibes. But Paul was like, shit. Look like to me around 9 p.m. she gonna want me to thug her down. Thug her down. I was just like, you old lame ass nigga. Creepy as fuck. And so now I'm sitting up here looking at Paul. So are you pretending to be deep when you're with the women? And then when you get with the men, it's on this creepy ass, I'm just trying to get pussy vibe? I don't know. Paul, I need to see more. I'm confused. I need to see more. I'm confused. Because as a woman, I am also slightly a creep. Okay. And I don't mean that in the I like to disrespect women way or I like to disrespect people way, but just in a I'm a very sexual person type of way. And if I like it, I might point out that I like it when I see it. So Wiley had a good time with Tiffany. He really likes her. Sabrina didn't call Laverne back. And I believe Wiley was another one that was like, she didn't call him back either. So Sabrina might be playing games. We got to wait and see. Tiffany is at the bottom for Cornelius and Clifton. I feel like Carmen should have been on the bottom, but okay. But that just lets y'all know that it was about Tiffany's attitude. Tori says that Carmen is on his bottom, and that's because he picked up that anti-blackness from her. I bet you any money. Demetrius says that Dakia is always in that boss mode, so he wants to see more of her, but he don't know how he feel about her right now. And Wiley couldn't get past Ace in the yoga, like I said. So they go on. First of all, before I even say that they went on a date, Laverne says that Ace is love. She's the epitome of a phenomenal woman. She's Beyonce. She's Oprah. She's Michelle Obama. She is, okay, the prototype. I think I'm in love again. I think I'm in love again. Let's go to the movies, man. All right, I'm gonna let it go. I'm gonna let it go, but that's why I felt. That's what it was feeling like. Nigga, you might be in love a little bit. Pull it back. So Paul goes on a date with Tiffany, and she's all excited. It's like, girl, you're about to get sent home. Calm down. And Paul asked Tiffany to tell him something about herself that he would be surprised to know. And here she go. Why are you asking me questions like that? This is not a business meeting. Just tell me about your day and what happened. You know, I was just like, the fact that you are trying to dictate the way this man communicates with you is fucking weird. My girl, would you please calm down? That's why you're going home right now. What was wrong with that question? People ask that question all the time. Tell me something about yourself that I might be surprised to know. Something about myself that people might be surprised to know that y'all don't know. Let me see. I played clarinet in high school. If you don't already know, I also was in a band. I played cymbals. And when I say I was in a band, I mean I was in a band at Xavier Prep, and I was in the band at Warren Easton, which means you march the parades. My family is also famous Mardi Gras Indians down here in New Orleans. If you don't know, Google the Montanas. Okay, Google Montana. I guess you could just Google my uncle Tootie, Tootie. Okay, Montana, or the Yellow Pocahontas, whatever. Okay. But boom, I just gave you about 2 or 3 things that y'all might not really know about me unless y'all know me or y'all been here for a long time. A lot of y'all have been here for a long time. So y'all know my family, Mass Indian in New Orleans, and that my family is like a little famous down here. People know that. Some people know that I was in the band. Okay. Did you know I got in the band for a girl? Yes. And then in band class, I played the clarinet. Okay. And I'm also vocally, classically trained. And I mean, like, I paid for lessons even when I was an adult because I enjoy singing so much. Just in case y'all thought I was just out here winging it. Okay. Yes, I was a band geek. All for a girl. I was, girl. I was. I sure was. Okay. Okay. So I'm just basically letting you know, I just told y'all a whole bunch of things about myself that y'all might not have known. Why was it so hard for Tiffany? I'm so glad she got sent home. And then she was like, are you serious? Yes, bitch, we serious. And then he wanted to give her a hug. And she was like, nope. No, thank you. I don't want it. And then she walked off. She was mad. She called her Uber. I said, girl, go ahead. Go ahead now. Because you wasn't trying to let that man dig no deeper to get to know you. You don't want to let anybody get to know you. You acting like a bitch trying to tell people how to talk. Girl, go on and go home. It's over. All right? And then Ace and Wiley had their date. And they were really talking. And y'all, she was sitting real close to him. And she was listening to what he was saying. And she was like all in, just engaged. Like just really engaging in conversation. And so he was feeling it. He went from sitting over here to sitting right next to her, like, yeah, so you ready to love, just want to let you. Nigga, I know I'm ready to love. Stupid ass. I love it. Come on, professional clarinetist. I love to hear it. What do you mean professional? Like professional how? Like, do you play with like an orchestra or something like that? That's dope. I write marching band color guard shows. Oh my God, that's so dope. That's dope. Child, when I tell y'all when we the practices in the field behind Warren Easton, girl, okay, got me holding up my goddamn leg for 5 minutes. What am I holding my leg? What am I doing all these wall sits for? Child, the training we used to have to go through in preparation for parade season was a lot. Cause like most of the parades were between 6 and 8 miles of walking and playing an instrument at the same time. Girl, I remember one year, by the time we got to the end of the like my leg gave out, like my knee or something, and I was limping. Like I just walked and that shit landed wrong and it was done. But it was the last mile, so I was fine. I was able to, what I'm saying? What I'm saying? You put your shit in your shit and Okay, listen, I ain't about to. She was mad. She was so mad. I'm glad Tiffany went home. I'm glad Ace got the state. I don't see Ace being on the bottom again. So next week, Carmen is probably going to go home. It's going to be Carmen because I don't see them sending Sabrina, Precious, Joy, or Dakia home. And they probably are going to bring on more singles. So I want to see how that's going to, all work out. But it was cute. It was cute the way they decided to add in people this go round. Yes, the practice was brutal. It was, man. It was. Tiffany in her jean tennis skirt. Girl, you saw her walk away. I said, what is she wearing? She's definitely giving like Elle Woods. You know what I'm saying? Like giving AKA vibes. My band teacher went to Southern and introduced HBCU to us. Oh, word? That's crazy. Child, all our band leaders, was like band people. Mr. Teledano. Okay, Mr. Teledano. Everybody remembers Teledano. I love the interaction with Wiley and Ace. I think he is starting to see her in a different light. She was gentle femininity. Oh, yeah. But it's like that's what you'll see when you talk to somebody for more than 5 minutes. Anyway, y'all, I love when Tiffany said she wasn't bothered, but her face said the complete opposite. I'm not bothered. I like the blind dates idea this season. Me too. I think that's cute. Yes, I gig in NYC, various orchestras, chambers. Oh my God, but you're so dope. That's really amazing. I love that. Hey, B Stokes. I played clarinet and I danced at Southern California. Girl, you better so you know about the. Y'all know the dance girls always have to do the. You know what I'm saying? It was always the fronts, the back, the fronts. Okay, listen. I know y'all know what I'm talking about. Okay, one hand on the hip. Okay, give me a good cadence right quick. Okay, listen, I do miss the band-aids, girl. I used to have a good time. Tiffany was probably mad that she got eliminated by the weird guy. She should have just been mad that she got eliminated, period. But she made, she didn't make it hard. She didn't make it hard at all. I remember going to Battle of the Bands, Florida versus Atlanta in the 90s. Actually, I played Battle of the Bands. I played Battle of the Bands when I was in a band at Easton, and that was dope. Ace said, I can't be explained. I have to be experienced. Yes! I love it. I love it. You should post some pics of those days, Bondy. I wish I could, but y'all know Katrina happened, so I don't have them anymore. The fucked up side of that. A lot of the stuff that happened back then, I don't have any evidence of unless somebody else has it, because y'all know my house got flooded in Katrina, so we lost all of my pictures and stuff. Child, when I tell y'all I am tired of all of these little things that my dog and that's in the grass out there, because Larry go out there, cut the grass, then little things get caught on his clothes, and they in the washing machine. I wash my clothes, they get stuck on my clothes. I'm feeling shit all on my little new fur. Anyway, y'all, so with that being said, do me a favor. Are you signed up on my website? BondyBlueShow.com. Did you sign up? I need for you to go sign up. I'm going to badger the shit out of y'all until I am starting to see at least half of my subscriber count on my website. I need to see that. And I don't see that yet. I need to see at least half of my subscriber count on my website. And I'm not seeing it all. And I need to see it. I need to see it. Okay? Because there are like 70,000 of the 90 some odd thousand of y'all that follow me that come back to me. Okay? So I need to see y'all. I need to see y'all over there on BondyBlueShow.com. Okay? With that being said, like the video before we get into Ladies Who List Atlanta. Oh, yes. And subscribe. Don't forget, y'all. We still here. We still on YouTube, girl. We still on YouTube, child. We ain't leaving YouTube. We're just expanding. We're expanding and we're making the business real. Okay. We're making it real. Okay. It's real. All right. And with that, y'all make sure that y'all subscribe to this channel and you subscribe to my website. Okay. All these chats gonna start being subscriber only. So if you're not subscribed, you ain't gonna be able to comment, child. I'm about to start doing that. But normally I don't have to do that because these are just the TV shows. Plus it's a Saturday, so that's usually just my main people that come see me. It's all them other people that they be doing stuff during the weekend. Child, they ain't worrying about me. They'll come see me later on, I guess. They be on my line Monday through Thursday though. But let me pull up on the weekends and all of a sudden they ain't here. But that's all right. That's okay. That's what the playback is for. Okay. That's what the playback is for. Y'all. So before we even get into it, I want y'all to put it in the comments. Why do you think Kiana quit the show? Before I even get into my notes, we all know that Kiana decided to quit Ladies Who List before the 4th episode even came out, girl. And I don't exactly understand why. She keeps going on and on her YouTube page about how the show is more mess than business, which I don't agree with. I feel like there's an equal amount of mess in business. Nobody is coming to a show on Friday nights just to see real estate. If that's what we wanted, we will go to HGTV. I've said that already. You signing up for a reality show on TV lets me know that you were perfectly fine with mess. You know what else lets me know that Kiana was fine with mess? When Kiana decided to show up to Robin's event with the exact motive to start mess. Is it not messy for you to say, I'm showing up just so I can make sure nobody else does business with her? That sounds like mess to me. So when you did that, you fully engaged in the mess. So if you're fully engaged in the mess, why are you now upset about the mess that's on the show? It just didn't make any sense to me. But either way, homegirl quit the show. She quit the show. Let me see what y'all are saying. I don't know. I think it was premature. We need to get to know y'all first. Because she knew she was gonna look a fool. I don't know, that baffles me. I think it has to do with what happens on the ranch in the future episodes. Ooh, I saw that. She's about to do something that's going to make her look either like a hater or a villain. She was being portrayed in a good light, so I don't know. She should have known that before she signed up for the show. She didn't like how she was portrayed. So it's true Kiana quit the show. That's what she said, girl. Because she knew she was a little phony, and we see it. Her true chat is being shown. She's used to being, I don't know, say it again. I missed it. Her true character is being shown. She's used to being what, people? I'm confused. She wanted to be the main star, but she doesn't have the personality. Honestly, I think she does have the personality. I'm going to tell you what ended up getting y'all caught up. What ended up getting y'all caught up is Robin's authenticity and her complete emotional honesty. That is what I feel like. And when I say emotional honesty, I mean she may not always be telling the truth. Like when it came to the Kiana situation, and she was saying that she meant a 500 flat fee and not, $500 per contract. Either way, it doesn't even matter. As far as I'm concerned, obviously y'all didn't want to do business with one another if y'all didn't come back and have a conversation again after the initial conversation about how much it was going to cost. So whatever. But I really do feel like nobody was counting on Robin being so likable. They really didn't think that. And then once we put the show together, we see that, yeah, Robin is flawed. She's absolutely flawed, but she's emotionally honest. Very honest, lays herself bare. Okay. And honestly, I feel like there's honestly, I feel like there's something about that is very endearing to the public, because I was like, oh, all right, she might be a mess, but I still like her. And then we got Kiana that's trying to hold it together and trying to make it seem like everything is perfect and it's all business. And you end up turning everybody off with this low-key kind of superiority complex shit that we seeing. So it's weird. It's really weird. Because she wasn't aware of what it was gonna really take to be on a reality show. She wanted to be the star. Crystal says that there is more to come this season. She did an interview on Thursday. We know there's more to come this season. I think she realized her beef with Robin was looking like jealousy. She doesn't want to be exposed and try to hide who she really is. Girl, you ain't Portia. I did not know that. She didn't want her polished image to be tarnished. Then don't come on a reality show. Y'all, I was offered a reality show years ago, and I said no, probably because I felt like it wouldn't work, but also because I felt like I did not just graduate from a 4-year university to get on somebody's reality show. Like, no. And I'm sorry, that's how I felt. I felt like I had worked so hard in film and television. I did not want to come in on the front end like that. I wanted to come in on the back end. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like essentially, no matter how successful reality people may look, it all turns out to be you making a fool of yourself for a check. And I was like, I'm gonna just get this check my own way before I get on somebody's reality show and allow for a machine to gobble me up, because that's the way I saw it. Crystal says because she thought she was going to be the protagonist. Yeah, you can tell. I don't know. I watched 75% of the show this time. I hate that Kiana is quitting the show. I really like the way she opened up about her infertility. Me too. And I've absolutely empathized with her. They seem to be doing damage control. I liked her. I want her to come back. People are holding Q's feet to the fire and she doesn't like it. I think it has something to do with the upcoming episode. You know why though? I think this also makes me think about the way she kept trying to push on us that Robin assaulted Crystal, which makes me feel like you might put your hands on Robin when y'all get into it at that ranch, because you and your feelings about, the fertility situation, which I totally understand. Feel good. Thank you for the super chat. Wait, I love Kiana. She is beautiful. What was she expecting? Robin got mad issues, in my opinion. She is not likable. Now I'm mad. Oh, I'm sad you feel like that. I think Robin is extremely likable. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Bondi, they were gaslighting me by watching them gaslighting Robin. Like that, it definitely felt like that. Okay, so a lot of y'all that like Robin, they thought she was unhinged and wouldn't be relatable, but Robin is authentic and transparent. She really is. What show, Bondi? What do you mean? What show? What do you mean? From the previews, I thought I wasn't going to like Robin. Now we seeing was what? I thought the same thing. I really did. I thought she was gonna come in on bullshit, but I really liked her. I did. Why they always at a ranch? I know, right? It definitely took me back to Real Housewives of Potomac, for sure. Drag me, Monique. Wait on it. So let's get into my notes, y'all. Okay, so Kira didn't take a picture with Robin and the girls at Tiffany's event. They were supposed to all be taking like a picture. Kira didn't want to take the picture. she, you know, had this, I'm trying to act as if I don't have a nasty attitude, but I have a nasty attitude and I don't want to take a picture. No, thank you. I don't want to be in a picture with you. You know, we don't like each other. That's fine. You know, it was real immature and shady as fuck. Like, you big mad because somebody said that me unfollowing you on social media is not a big deal to me. And then you proceed to call them an old ass bitch and then get mad when, you know what? When they call you the immature little girl that you are. I was just very confused about the way Kiana saw the conversation with Kira and Robin, because honestly, I feel like Kiana is hell bent on making it seem like Robin is wrong in the situation when Kira was absolutely disrespectful and problematic for no real reason. No real reason. So they sit down to talk, and Kira says that Robin came at her sideways while Crystal came at her correct about the unfollowing. And I'm like, Crystal only did that because she is there as an agent of chaos to make sure that everybody has an issue with Robin, and she comes out smelling like a rose. That's exactly why she handled it that way. Duh. Anyway, but she says Robin spoke to her like, you know, like she was a child basically. And it's because you made a big deal out of a childish issue. But either way, Robin says, I apologize to you. I asked for your forgiveness because I talked to some of my children. Okay, but what she said was she talked to some younger people and they explained that unfollowing somebody on Instagram is a big deal. And she did not understand that. Okay. She didn't understand what Kira was coming from, but now she does. And she asked Kira for, you know, her forgiveness. And she means it genuinely, right? But she's also looking for an apology from Kira for calling her old ass bitch. And when she inquires about this apology, okay, and see, this is what people don't like about Robin. Robin could have just let the situation be, but Robin felt like she was owed something in the moment. So she then spoke up for herself and said, you also disrespected me. Are you not going to apologize to me? And Kira and Kiana was a part of this conversation as well, decide to try and explain away how Kira was acting as if Robin initiated the disrespect, when that is not what happened. We all saw the scene. Okay, it may have been edited, but we very much saw Robin saying, I don't have an issue with you. It's not a big deal. And Kira still deciding to pick and have an issue, still deciding to carry on the conversation and make it seem as if this woman must be hating on you just because she unfollows you on social media. Maybe I just didn't want to see your 500 posts that day. It's not that serious, especially not to her. So I just kind of feel like Kira wanted so badly to have a moment then and now. Okay. But when Kira says that she was a God-fearing woman so she can forgive, I was just like, girl, if you don't get out of my facial with this ignorant shit right here. Okay? This I'm trying to act like I'm better. And then we're arguing about the older versus younger comment. Listen, Kiana, you can sit up here and act like you didn't understand what that little girl said. But she basically was trying to shade Robin's age when she mentioned the whole, oh, a lot of older agents. She was trying to say that Robin must be jealous of her because Robin is older and she's younger. That's what she was saying, bitch. Okay? I'm not slow, and neither is anybody else that was sitting at that table. Everybody understood that Kira was trying to shade Robin in that moment and draw correlations to their ages as if to say that Robin is old and jealous of Kira for being young and popping, and that's why she unfollowed her, and that's why she doesn't want to be honest about it right now. That's what she was saying. Y'all are not about to act like that was anything other than that. But eventually they agree to just let the moment go. Hold up, y'all. Okay, that's the mail people. Okay, child. They got all kinds of different mail trucks today, child. Anyway, so eventually they let it go and agree to be cordial. And I still felt like Kira was acting childish in this moment, like anyway. But moving on from there, Tiana shows a house to a retired NFL player, a friend of her husband's. The house was designed by a black lady named Quinetta, who she's friends with. The house was very beautiful, you guys. Like, I really enjoyed looking at the house and the design that this black woman did on the house. You don't hear a lot of black women designing and being architectures. I mean, being architects. So I really, really appreciated that aspect of this. uh oh girl wanted 2.7 million for the house, but oh boy only wanted to offer 1.9. And when she talked to Quinetta, she was like, I would only suggest going down $50,000. I would not suggest going all the way down to 1.9. So this wasn't the house for the NFL player, but we still got to see this beautiful house that was built and designed by a black woman. Loved it. Okay. Loved it. Okay. Listen. So moving on from there, Crystal and Kira meet up and they decide to get more personal this time. Last time they were talking business. I don't look, was it made obvious that Kira is not going to do business with Crystal? Because it felt like she didn't want to do business with Crystal, but here you are meeting with Crystal again. Y'all, Kira gives me fake as fuck. I'm sorry. Kira gives me mean girl fakeness through and through. Even when she's with Crystal, it feels like, girl, I'm hanging with you because in some way, shape, or form, this is beneficial to me, but I don't really fuck with you like that. Like, that's what it was giving me. Okay. But girl, I guess. All right. But either way, Crystal and her have a conversation about Crystal dating a guy that wants her to be open to a poly relationship. Okay. And also wants her to come to a poly party. And Crystal is like, well, Kira, do you want to come to this poly party with me? And Kira is like, listen, girl, I'm just for one man. I am not interested. Okay. But Crystal was like, girl, let me tell you, he is dating a married woman, and the married woman and her husband have hung out with him before. So he's a part of the poly life. Like, I want people to stop acting like that. Like, and what I mean by stop acting like that is Crystal is bi, obviously. Obviously. Girl, don't tell me that because I do think she's beautiful. I don't like her attitude, but she is very beautiful to me. You know, everything, like, just very, very beautiful. But that attitude, boy, I don't like it. But you know what? That's probably why Crystal and Kira get along, because they both fake as fuck. But either way, Kira was like, girl, no, thank you. No, thank you for that. Um, but yeah, Crystal confirmed my impression of her with her recent interview. She downplayed three of the other ladies. It was unnecessary. Yeah, like severely insecure, and nobody understands why. Were you an ugly duckling or something? Because you're beautiful now. You're beautiful now, but were you a ugly duckling growing up? Because Crystal is severely insecure. Whenever a woman is so insecure that she has to downplay other women or try to make it sound like those women aren't doing what they're really doing, let me tell y'all something. I could not like a bitch all day, but I will never shade you on fact. I will never shade you on fact. If you making your money, if people love you, even if I don't, I'ma still say people love a girl. I don't know why, but they do. I'm never gonna shade somebody when the shit is a fact. If somebody making their money and they do good in business, then they do good in business. There's no reason to lie about it because you don't like them. And to me, that's a bad quality as a woman, to not be able to give people their props even when you don't like them. I'm just saying, like, for me, I don't like that because I feel like that's just stupid and unnecessary. And you come off like a lying ass hater when you sitting up here downplaying other people's accomplishments. Crystal's skin is flawless, like everything, like Crystal is extremely beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Oh, thank you, Karen. There are many different types of polyamorous relationships. Y'all have to do your research. There are various types of poly relationships. But the truth of the matter is, if most people in relationships can stay faithful, and that's the understanding that we have society-wise, then why is everybody always so, oh my God, when people decide that they will be in polyamorous relationships versus being in a relationship with somebody that they're being lied to and cheated on? instead of just choosing to be in a relationship without holding people to that standard. Like, I feel like that's more realistic with yourself and with your partner versus all of these women out here and all of these men out here that'll get with somebody that will repeatedly dog them out and cheat on them, all so that they can argue and cry and play victim and then do it all over again after he cheat on them again. Like, y'all be sitting up there like, I couldn't be in no polyamorous relationship. Meanwhile, your husband, I mean, not your husband, but you and dude sharing, with everybody because he fucking everybody. He's sharing his dick with everybody, and then he fucking you, and you acting like that makes you better than the woman that chooses to be in a polyamorous relationship because she ain't got time for the bullshit. I'm just saying, like, I noticed that a lot. But either way, like, I mean, Crystal, can we get more information about the poly? Can we see the poly party? Like, I would like to see us go down that rabbit hole now. Girl, take us with you, okay? That might make you more interesting than just the antagonist, because that's all it's giving right now. It's antagonist, okay? I appreciate that these ladies aren't thirsty for a sale or a client. They know that an extremely low offer means that the client is not the right buyer. I wish the girl from selling Tampa knew that. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. I agree with that. Crystal don't want to be poly. She don't want to be single. That's what I get. Oh, so you might be willing to do something when you might be willing to be in a relationship that you're not necessarily comfortable with, just so you can be with a man, I guess, girl. I don't know, girl. That's how they be. When Crystal said to Robin, I'm not going to chase you because you're not giving me dick. Oh, yeah. We're going to get to that. Let's keep it real. Kiana and Crystal can afford to be vulnerable on national TV because people won't see it the same as they see Robin's tears. I don't agree with that at all. I don't agree with that at all. I'm sorry, but y'all, listen, a lot of people might be colorists, but I am not one of those people. I don't agree with this at all. It might be like that for white people. It may be like that for some of you ignorant ass colorist people. But somebody's standing right there, and I can see the shadow. Okay. But when Kiana and her husband, first of all, Kiana shows us her team of agents because she wants us to see that she has her own team of girls to go out here and get it done. Okay. But she wants to have a 1-year anniversary to celebrate her business. Okay. I really do feel like Kiana thought that she was going to be like the Rosada girl on Selling Tampa, and that's not what this turned out to be. Because then Robin shows herself as the one that's trying to create what Kiana has seemingly already created for herself, having a whole bunch of Black women agents under her. But either way, when Kiana and her husband went to that fertility specialist, I was all in my emotions. I don't know what y'all talking about. So I wasn't supposed to. So based on what you're saying, and this is no shade, but I'm just saying, based on what you're saying, I wasn't supposed to empathize with her because she's brown, because she's darker than Robin. Cause like, I'm just saying, like, I don't perceive it like that at all. I absolutely was all in my feelings after this scene when she talked about going through IVF and the company losing her husband's sperm and then having to do this all over again. And, she was like, I was really excited about it. I was starting my business and thinking, I'm going through IVF. I'll be pregnant soon. And then come to find out they didn't lost her husband's sperm. And with that, she was like, okay, well, we shouldn't be messing with this company. So now she's at another fertility specialist. And now they're talking about having a baby any way they can, also by getting a donor. You know what I'm saying? So she's saying that she's open to it. And I personally was all in my feelings with her about this as a woman. And I've never been pregnant before. And when she said that she'd had an abortion before, I was like, she feels guilt. A lot of women who have abortions early on, if they then have fertility issues later on, it makes them feel like they did something wrong. And that shit had me in my emotions. And it also made me feel a way when the doctor was like, women, we want to, put our careers first. But the truth of the matter is we really don't have all of that time. And it's best to have a baby before 28. Y'all, that all might be true. But when I tell y'all I didn't want to hear that shit, when I tell y'all I didn't want to hear that shit, and when I it made me mad. It made me mad because I was like, it almost sounded like, women are always wanting to put their careers first, but really they should be thinking about having babies instead of their careers. Like, yes, I can hurry up and have a fucking baby I can't take care of. Yeah, that's better. Like, honestly, I was bothered when the doctor said that. And I was just like listening to the conversation. It's much like what happened with Cree. Yes, y'all notice how I tell y'all all the time, there's always a theme across the shows. But I absolutely empathize with Q on that and felt for her. And honestly, that made me mad even more so that she quit the show. Honestly, I feel like Q may not be understanding that it is not always a bad thing to be considered, the bad guy on the show, especially if you have more than one season, because that changes. If y'all notice, Real Housewives always shows you that who's the villain one season may not necessarily be the biggest villain the next season. Okay, child, except for Kenya. But Kenya's always the villain. It doesn't matter. That's what she wants, though. But what I mean is that it's a show. It's a show that's going to have ups and downs. So we may not always like everything you do. So what? You can have other moments where we fall in love with you all over again. So you have to give us an opportunity to do that before you decide they showing me in a bad light and I just want to quit. Or before you allow people online to make you feel like, oh, we're not going to like you as a brown-skinned woman in comparison to Robin, because I'm looking at this picture. Robin and Kira are not that far apart in skin tone to me. Like, they might be one shade of difference between Kira and Robin. And I can't stand Kira right now. I literally like everybody on the show more than Kira. I even like Crystal more than Kira. And it's because I just don't, there's something about the way Kira's personality is showing up to me that I do not like at all. And Crystal is problematic as fuck with her insecurities, but I can read her down. I mean, like, I can see it for what it is. It's very clear to me. Versus Kira, it's like, why is this happening? Why do you have this attitude? Why are you doing all of this? Why does it feel like this? I thought I was gonna like you, but it's giving, I'm doing too much nasty energy. What is this? Low vibrational? Like, that's what it's giving. She quit entirely too soon. You have got to give people a chance to get mad at you and then like you again. And I think the funny part about the reason why a lot of people like Robin so much is Robin is like, what you see is what you get, and you can fuck with it or you cannot fuck with it, but this is me. Versus feeling the Crystal Kira Kiana effect of manipulating what people are seeing, manipulating how they feel about you, okay? Which is what I feel like y'all are doing, okay? So this is not a color situation, and I don't want anybody to make it a color situation, just so we are very clear. That might be an issue other times, but in this moment, that is not what this is about. That's not what this is about, at least not for me, okay? So, yeah, I definitely felt for Kiana in that moment, and I really hope, honestly, if she gets off the show, I hope that what follows next is, the baby or the pregnancy or whatever else that she wants in life, because just because we don't like Kiana on this show right now doesn't mean that you don't like somebody all in all. Like, I was following Kiana before the show came out. Kiana still does really great with real estate. She's still very beautiful. I would not unfollow her on Instagram because I don't like how she is on this show. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just not that deep. I've been watching reality shows and reviewing them long enough to know that just because we feel a way about the show, it doesn't mean you're going to feel like that about a person forever. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I definitely feel like she's quitting prematurely if that's what she's doing, okay? But Crystal's dad came over, and her dad has some properties that he wants to rent out. He owns all of the properties. He said that's how he's able to retire. And I was like, I love that. I love seeing like that generational wealth, seeing a father that, did well for himself, still doing well for himself to care his daughter. Loved all of that, right? But once again, Crystal is explaining the situation with Robin to people, and she's not being really honest about the way she came off. I had no idea saying triggered was going to trigger her. I had no idea saying triggered was going to trigger her. Bitch, say you said triggered 8 times because you said it a lot. You were trying to antagonize her. You, Kiana, and Kira were trying to antagonize Robin. Please fucking stop pretending as if that's not what y'all were on when Kiana, you said that's what you were going to do before you showed up. And we all know that Kira is an old follow the leader ass bitch when it comes to you. So whatever mode you were on, she was going to then take that energy as well. Which is why she felt so strongly about an Instagram unfollow from somebody that she's never met in person before. Okay? But either way, Crystal says that she's been offending Robin a lot lately. First, she offended her when she told her to keep her voice down in her office, like really making Robin look crazy. Really making Robin look crazy to people. And I'm just like, okay, girl, if that's what you're going to do to your friend, okay, if that's what you're going to do to your friend, girl, I guess. Crystal wants to know where Robin's head is at. And I was just like, the fact that you want so desperately to gauge where she's at with it, but yet you couldn't pick up the phone and call her. I don't know, girl. I feel like you on bullshit. I feel like you are absolutely on bullshit. So Robin goes to see her client Tim, who had a $1.3 million bachelor pad condo with 2 outdoor spaces. Y'all, the first outdoor space that was covered, like a patio situation, that shit was so lit. I was like, oh my God. It was so nice. And she's gonna end up selling it for like 1 million or 900,000. But he said he'd be happy with it either way. That bachelor pad was fucking gorgeous. I was like, I loved it. When we looked like how far the island went, down the hall, down the room towards the bedroom and the master bathroom, and then they went up a level and we got to see that little outdoor area. They went up another level and we got to see the rooftop. I was just like, girl, that shit was cute. I was here for it. Robin gives a powder tea. What does that mean? What does that mean? I don't know what that means. But Robin is definitely on her. Oh my God. Like, I think a lot of what takes a good real estate agent, especially when it comes to the girls, is knowing how to throw that sexual energy around. And a lot of people don't recognize that, but I think that's something I've noticed about the women in real estate is that there is something sexy about what we're doing here. So there's a level of selling sex that is a part of what they are doing. Okay. And that is why we get bubbly, girly, oh my God, Robin, whenever she's selling a house to a man, because she knows that she has to, jump into that in order to make sure she seals the deal. I'm paying attention. Okay. But it is not very much different from what I was seeing on Selling Tampa with a lot of those women as well. And people look down on women for doing that. And I don't. I just kind of feel like, child, whatever you need to do to sell your house, girl, do you. Because she was talking about he was cute. Oh, I was wondering if that's what you meant. So you saying you feel like Robin is giving y'all a white girl tea. And I mean like she does white girl, not like she is a white girl. Okay. But she does. That's not what it is though. Okay. That's not what it is, because if I can remember, she has ADHD. So you have to remember those energies can kind of come off the same. But Robin has ADHD, which is why she's like that. You know what I'm saying? But yes. So Q has her event. Y'all, Q was just like, I'm gonna let y'all tape in my event, but I really don't want any drama, and I'm going to make sure there's no drama, no matter what. Like, it was actually kind of quite annoying, but she wanted to make sure the girls didn't have a conversation at her event because she didn't want them to argue. And I was just kind of like, then what you let the cameras be there for? Like, I don't know. But either way, Q doesn't want Robin and Crystal to talk, but they end up bumping booties and decide to talk. And when they sit down to talk, Crystal says that Robin blocked her. And Robin says that I didn't block your phone number. And what that means is I was angry with you. So no, I didn't want to see your smiling face popping up on my Instagram feed. So I blocked your ass. Okay. And I didn't want you seeing my shit neither. So I blocked your ass. Okay. But I didn't block your phone number. So as a friend, if you really wanted to talk, and you could have called me. Okay. But y'all remember Crystal said that she had called Robin. Well, you didn't call her. Okay. Lying ass. Anyway, she basically said, I'm not going to chase you like you giving me dick. And I was just kind of like, oh, Okay. Is that where we are with this? Girl. Yeah, no, Kiana's looks for sure. Kiana is definitely giving with the looks. She was giving, okay, but her energy was annoying to me. Like, let them women have a conversation. Okay. Ironically, to help ADHD, the medicine is a variation of white girl. Well, there you go. Okay, well, there you go. Okay. But I think that's different than, let me go in the bathroom before I go out to tape. You know what I'm saying? It's a little different. And why bring up Crystal name? Who brought up Crystal first? Who brought up Crystal first? Because I feel like the other women were talking about Robin and Crystal before they even walked up. You know what I'm saying? The other women were talking about them, and then Robin walks up. Hi, and everybody's like, "Hey, Robin, we were just talking about you." Girl, it was a mess. It was a mess. But either way, like it was annoying me the way Kiana was kind of trying to police the moment, even though I get it's your event, but it's a reality show. So, girl, just go in there and do your thing and let these people have this conversation. It was the same thing she did at Tiffany's event, and that was unnecessary because it was Tiffany's event and not hers. So why did she need to be in the room when when Kira and Robin were talking? Like, I don't know. I don't understand. I really do feel like she thought she was in charge of the girls and found out she wasn't in charge of the girls. I don't understand how we can forgive a man, but not our formal women around us. I mean, I don't either. I don't either, but it's because of the dick. Crystal gives, I got Robin as a friend because she crazy and I can act like I'm innocent. Yeah. I'm saying if you don't want any mess, why bring up have you talk to her? Right, right. I don't know. And that's what I'm saying about Kiana. It's given I thought I was going to be in charge of the girls more than I don't want the mess. They asked Robin if she talked to Crystal first. Okay. Robin called her in there, not Q. No, no, no. I didn't say that Robin called her in there to talk. I said that Q was trying to police the conversation. I didn't say that she told them to talk. I didn't say she called them in there to talk. And I was talking about at the beginning of the episode, the end of last week's episode, when Robin and Kira were trying to have a conversation, and Kiana felt the need to stay when she could have just left and let them have that conversation. Once again, me feeling like she just wants to be in charge of the girls. Okay. She wasn't a part of their private conversation, but she was trying to get them not to have the conversation. That's what I said. I didn't say that she called her into the room. Kiana definitely wanted to be in charge of the girls. That's what it feels like to me. Crystal definitely triggers Robin on purpose. I feel like that, like a badass kid. Like a badass kid that wants to poke the bear because it's fun to watch the bear explode and then play victim. Like Crystal gives that. How Tiffany talk to Robin before Crystal? That's her best friend. Child, that's what she kept saying. That's what she kept saying. That's my best friend. That's my best friend. You don't know us. You don't know her. That's my best friend. Kiana definitely wanted, yeah, she did. But either way, she quit. So she can't be in charge of the girls because she quit. That was sad. Y'all know what? I might actually just go ahead and have me one more cup of coffee and try to get this workout done before I eat. And then I can cook me a little omelet after. Because right now I feel like if I try to cook this omelet and sit down, because it's 5 o'clock right now, girl. And I don't know why it's sunny at 5 o'clock on Saturdays and not sunny at 5 o'clock on weekdays, but the sun gonna go down in a minute. And once that sun start going down, girl, I'm gonna feel like, do I still have to work out? And I'm gonna be like, yeah. So I think I might try to work out on an empty stomach. Even though I hate doing that. I had put a little bit of protein shake in here. Make me some more coffee. I think Q mad that they're showing Robin doing business and not her, which they are. They are, but I feel like we're still seeing Q. Like we saw Q's doctor's appointment. We saw Q at that house the first time. Wasn't Q showing Crystal from from Sisters the House? We saw her show a house on episode 1 or 2. So it's almost like we're actually covering 6 women. We're not going to be able to watch every business dealing with every woman, but we have seen business dealings with almost every, well, no, not almost, with every woman. We've seen Kira take B. Simone out. We've seen Kiana show that house to Crystal. We've seen Robin handle several of her condos. We've seen Crystal over here signing houses and shit with Robin at the first episode, because she's just a lawyer. And then Tiffany, we saw Tiffany opening her law firm, and then her brokerage firm. And then Tiana, we saw Tiana showing houses around. We've seen everybody do business. It's only episode 4. It's only episode 4 covering 6 women. I really do feel like we're not even giving them a chance to show us everything before everybody's like, they're not showing enough of my business. They're not showing enough of me doing business stuff. If you're doing it, then what difference does it make if they're showing it or not? This is what you're doing. You're making your money. Sign up for my website, BondyBlueShow.com. Thank you. Thank you. Sign up for my website. Okay. Crystal keeps saying best friend, but then treating that girl like she a stranger from across the street. It's a shame. But let me go, y'all. I love y'all so much. Okay. Make sure y'all subscribe to the website, because we will be doing a talk about the Cosby Show documentary with Niecy on Sunday at 8:00 on my website. Okay, on my website exclusively, not here on YouTube. I'm also going to be doing a BondyBlue show tomorrow afternoon on the website as well, but I will come on here on StreamYard on YouTube to let you guys know when I'm going live. You know, we're going to be doing that, where I go live on here to get y'all to go to the website. Okay. And then once the live is done on the website, I will then post it after on YouTube for, playback people. Okay. Because child, we're going to make this money both ways. Okay. That's what we're going to do, because that's what we got to do. But I love you guys. I appreciate y'all so much. Great conversations. Don't forget to sign up for the website. Get on that forum, girl. When you become a member, get on that forum so we can talk, girl, because it's fun. I'm loving it. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all so much. And well, send me the tea and we'll talk about it tomorrow. All right. BondyBlueShow.com. What y'all need a link for? BondyBlueShow.com. Bye.